Dear listeners, my name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are The Amazing Clarks. We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 24 years and that have been passionately in love for 34 years. They call us The Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
And we're here to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in life and love. Love The Amazing Clarks is our personal love letter to all of you that love love.
That's right, guys, and you know that we love love.
Yes,
so let's get this party started. So today we have another amazing podcast for you. Today we're going to talk about pumping your breakup brakes.
Ooh.
Pump your breakup brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of you guys right now that are in a relationship and you're really considering leaving. You're really considering breaking up. And some of you are kind of halfway out the door. Some of you are looking at the door, but before you go out the door completely, let's talk. We want to have a conversation so that if you leave, you don't regret it. And if you stay, maybe you can make things better. Let's find out. But before we jump to the main topic, it's time for Catching Up with the Clarks. Now, this is where we let you guys kind of know what's going on in our personal life. A lot of you guys are interested in what we got going on, and we like to share. So, Melanie, let's share. What's going on with you? Anything you want to share with the listeners?
What's going on with me? I've really been practicing the idea of being present, of presence. You know, a lot of times I'm very goal-oriented. I'm very ambitious. I'm just like a go-getter. Like I like to set a goal and go after it. It just thrills me. I like to play with the universe. I like to manifest. And so I find myself a lot of times projecting my energy into the future and thinking a lot about what I want to do next. And so I just like to challenge myself. So I've been really challenging myself to stay in the present moment and just be. And be in joy with what is right now. Because I don't think I know, for me personally, and I know for a lot of other people, I can tend to always be moving towards something in the future. And I don't want to miss the present moment. So just being present with you, being present with our kids, our grandson, and just doing nothing sometimes, just allowing myself to rest and have nothing to do and just be. So that's kind of what's been on my mind this week is playing with presence.
Beautiful.
How about you? What's going on with you?
Love it. Well, with me, I have something really, really exciting and passionate that I've been really passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a big lift, but it's worth it to me.
Okay.
When it comes to relationships and our coaching, we've been coaching for over 24 years.
Uh-huh.
And we have a lot of amazing tools that we've created, concepts, advice, techniques, exercises, so much of it. And one of my biggest concerns is that I don't want to leave this planet and not leave that legacy behind. Something physical. Because as of now, if you coach with us, you're going to get all the good stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to put it in physical form.
You want to create your legacy?
A legacy library.
Okay.
And I know how important it is and how much it's helped people. And so it's just like that would be a shame, a loss, to not be able to have that continue to be shared with people so people could benefit from it.
Yeah.
And so as part of that, I'm always also trying to change the paradigm on relationships, kind of hack it to help people get it easier and to change their perspective on it. And so one of the things that I came up with that I'm very excited about is I created a relationship gym for couples, a virtual relationship gym for couples.
Okay.
So I look at it like this relationship, it's a game in a way, like a career, like your physical health. And if you don't train for this game, how can you expect to win?
Good point.
And when it comes to relationships, you have to train. Your relationship is a muscle and has to continuously be worked and trained, or else it weakens, becomes and atrophies.
Yeah.
So when it comes to how we've been taught how to build relationships, how to have relationships, there's no training involved. You wait until there's a problem, and then If you're fortunate, you go to therapy, and that may or may not help.
Right.
But even if it helps, what happens afterwards?
Right.
You got to still train. So it's like your physical body. Just because you go to the gym and train one day, don't mean like, oh, I'm good now for life.
I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right, that's done. Now that that's out the way, you have to show up over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things I realize is that I love training with you when it comes to our physical workouts. When we go to the gym.
Yeah, you do like it.
And when we do it together as a team, it becomes fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But we're growing.
Mm-hmm.
So the relationship is no different.
Yeah.
You have to train as a couple. So the relationship gym is the first of its kind, where there's actually not only are you going to get the great tools and advice, but then we got rooms for each area of your relationship where you can actually train together. You go online and it's going to take you through exercises that you can do together as a couple, and you can track it through the love report cards. And each week you check in and you grade where you're at. It's like getting on a scale and weighing yourself. And then you know exactly what you have to work on. And each like gym in a room is designed for a specific area of your relationship. So there's a trust room, there's an honesty room, consideration room, communication room, attentiveness room, attitude, physical parents, romance, sex. So you train on specific muscles once a week with your partner. And then there are even exercises that you can train on your own. And so it's consistent. Doing it once a week. And I'm excited about launching that. And over the next 2 weeks, it should be ready to go. Okay. So I'm excited.
Yay.
So that's what I've been up to.
That is definitely what you've been up to. You have had your head in your computer for months working on this. So I'm excited that you're sharing it.
That's
Good job.
right.
Good job.
That's right.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm moving fast. I'm not going to pump the brakes.
Oh, segue.
Did you guys catch that? Well, how does he do it? This guy's crazy. So, all right. So that was a segue in case you guys didn't figure it out.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that.
No problem. No problem. So today's topic is pump your breakup brakes.
Okay.
So once again, this is for all you ladies and gentlemen that are out there in relationships and right now considering leaving that relationship. Now, it's your choice whether you want to leave or not. I can't control that. I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about this because in our coaching practice, we've seen that there's been many times where people leave that relationship because they think it's so horrible and they think that when they get out into the world, it's going to be great because, they're hot. And when they get out there, they find out it's not so good.
Right.
It's not a dater's market. It's not right now.
No.
And so they get out there and they suffer. They can't get dates. If they get dates, they get stood up, or they get people that just want one thing, and then they get dumped, and they get dumped. And after a while, they get like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
This is horrible. Right. This is painful. And then they're looking at spending the rest of their life by themselves. And especially the people that have been together for 10, 15 years, they're in their 40s, they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s, and they're thinking that it's going to be better if they just leave. Now, don't get me wrong. There are cases where they do go, and it does get better.
Yeah.
But in the cases that I've experienced, the majority of the time, it doesn't work out like that. And then they have regret.
Yeah.
And to me, there's nothing worse than living with regret for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So on this episode, my goal is, if you leave and you feel like you didn't do everything you could possibly do to improve your relationship, and if you leave that relationship, odds are you're going to look back for the rest of your life and wonder, what if? What if I would have tried something different? What if I would have hung in there a little longer? What if I would have tried a different strategy? What if I would have tried a different coach? Yeah. What if I went to the Amazing Clarks?
Oh.
What if? But if was sniff, we'd all be high. So let's not think about it in those terms. So pump the brakes is basically saying, we want you to try everything that you can.
Yes.
We want to give you different perspectives. And if you try everything that you can to improve your situation and it still doesn't work, you'll know in your heart, I tried everything that I possibly could. There wasn't shit that was going to change that. I'm confident of that.
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to leave, if you leave, with peace of mind.
Yeah.
And you won't have that little voice going, what if? What if? What if? What if, Sniffy? So that's what this episode's about. So
Alrighty
have
then.
you experienced? You've seen it. You've seen it.
You're such a
You've
weirdo
seen it.
sometimes.
You've seen it.
You know, I'm gonna take it back to, you know, some of the processes that we deal with couples. Yes, I have seen this. And when couples come to us, one of the things that we always tell them, and it is true because we've seen it over the last 25 plus years of coaching, is whatever is annoying you in this relationship, if you leave now, you may find someone else and it will be good for a little while. But this thing will resurface because it's not the other person. They may be doing something you don't like or acting in a way that you don't like, but it's something in you that you're attracting. We're attracting everything. Everyone loves a manifest, right? But they don't want to manifest what they don't like, but they are manifesting what they don't like.
True.
And when you're in a relationship, if you fixate on what you don't like about each other, you're going to bring more of that out in each other. And that's what happens. Couples start fixating on the problem and they start creating more of the problem until they feel like, I can't take it anymore and I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so they leave and then they have this experience that feels like temporary relief of the problem. Now that I got rid of that person, I feel better. But then they meet someone else and it's still in them. So it comes back and they bring it back. And that's where the dissatisfaction comes from, right? So the key is, I agree with you, pump the brakes. Try to solve the problem in this relationship. And if you can get yourself to a place of, hey, that's just what it is, and this person is the way that they are, and I can still love and appreciate them, but I don't want to live my life with them, then you move on. You can have a different experience. I think when people leave angry and upset at how the other person is, they will create it again in the next relationship. I personally am coaching 3 people right now that are going through divorce, and it's already happening. They're already recreating what was happening in the marriage they're leaving. They're recreating it in new relationships, whether it's someone they're dating, or it's showing up in their work relationships, or it's showing up in their family relationships. Because the things that challenge us in relationships are actually really about us seeing ourselves. It's a mirror. And that concept most people don't get. So they're running from the man in the mirror. And that's why even in dating, like we hear from people dating, right? Like all the men are like this or all the women are like this. That's not what's happening. You're attracting the same thing over and over and over again. So if you change it in you, then it will change on the outside. And so I agree with you. Don't run from the problem, stand and face it and work through it. And then once you get on the other side of doing the work, if you feel like you still want to go, then go for it. But I wouldn't go until I gave it 110% and worked through it.
I agree. And the only exceptions that I would throw out there, if there's physical abuse,
100%, go now.
get the fuck out.
Yeah, go now.
Bottom line. If there's mental abuse, same thing.
Yeah, go now.
Don't pump the brakes. Hit the gas.
Yeah.
So if it's situations like that, or your children are endangered, or anything like that,
this does not apply.
Does not apply.
Yeah.
But those aren't the case in your situation. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. And Melanie's absolutely right. You can't run from yourself. And those challenges are there because, especially if you're married, you accepted that challenge. You thought it was a vow, but it was actually a challenge. And you didn't train for that challenge correctly. Maybe you and your partner didn't train. You didn't put in the energy and time, or you didn't perceive it as a challenge. You just thought, I just took a vow and showed up. I promised that we'll stay together forever. Yeah, that's all I had to do is say I promise.
Right.
But it was more than that. It was a challenge.
Yeah.
And so if you run, you're not up for the challenge.
If you run, it will chase you.
Yes, and you're going to find it again.
What you run from chases you. Don't run.
You're going to run into it again.
Yeah.
So it starts with changing the way you look at it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yeah.
If you look at it like, oh my God, this is just so hard, this is impossible to, then it will be difficult and it will fail. But if you look at it like, this is just really uncomfortable because I haven't figured out a strategy yet, or I'm frustrated because I just don't know what to do. Sometimes my emotions get the best of me and I get pissed off and I just say these things. But that's an opportunity for me to grow. That's an opportunity for me to get better.
Yeah.
And even if I do these things and get better and I still decide to leave the relationship, I won't attract it again because I would have cleaned that energy up.
Yes.
And so it starts with changing your mindset on it. And also, don't be fooled by those people on social media, on Instagram, that are showing you this lifestyle. They're going, look how great it is out here. Look how wonderful it is out here.
Yeah.
Look at all of these men that want me. Look at all these women that want me. Because it's kind of tough in the dating world right now.
Yeah.
Kind of tough. And so if it's tough for the people that have been dating in that game, and then you've been in a relationship and not in that game for that long, it's going to be even tougher for you to jump back into that world.
Yeah.
Or as our producer put it, to jump into that pool with pee in it.
The pool has pee in it.
Pool has pee in it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Good one, Mike. So that's what I want to share with you guys in this episode. That's why I wanted to go with this topic, because it's something it's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are falling for it. And we know what's on the other side. Yep. And we know what it's like when we coaching these couples that are like telling us how much they regret it.
Yeah.
But for many of them, it's too late. And many of them, when they work with us and coach with us, they'll say like, man, I wish we would have found you guys before we broke up.
Yeah.
You might have quit too soon.
Yeah.
So if you left already, it is what it is.
Yep.
EIP. I wish the best for you. Still, I'd say get some therapy, some coaching to try to clean up that energy.
Yeah.
So that you don't attract it.
Again.
Yep. But if you're still there, if you haven't left yet, do the work. Give it everything that you got. I recommend too, go to Love Report Cards on our site. Go to theamazingclarks.com or just go straight to Love Report Cards. And our Love Report Cards are online and it's an assessment. And what I would challenge you to do, go there and grade your relationship in the 10 dimensions of love. Because in a lot of cases, things aren't as bad as you really think they are. There's some good things in many, many, many cases where you're not seeing the good things because you're not focused on the good things. So you don't think they exist. But if you use the Love Report Cards, and what it's going to have you do is go through 10 areas of the 10 most vital areas of your relationship: trust, honesty, consideration, communication, attitude, attentiveness, supportiveness, physical appearance, romance, and sex. And give your partner a grade A, B, C, D, or F in each one. And then write why. It's a little area, and then ask, why did you give this grade? Now, this is giving you clarity. So you're not just acting off of emotions. You're thinking. And then after you answer why, the next question is, what can your partner do to improve on this area? Because in many cases, couples are so focused on what they don't want that they never focus on the solution. So that means you're just constantly complaining. When you complain, there's no gain. You gotta find the solutions. So in many cases, when people do this, they realize like, oh my God, you know what? Yes, with communication is, he gets a D in communication, but when it comes to romance, when it comes to consideration, when it comes to this and that, he gets a B, a C. My partner gets a higher grade than I expected. Then all of a sudden you feel hopeful. You see some positivity that you were overlooking before because of your ego and your emotions. And it could change your energy. And it could show you that this is a fixer-upper. It's worth investing to fix it up, as opposed to just walking away from it and trying to buy something new. You're sitting on something very valuable right now, right here. It's just how much work are you willing to put into it, you and your partner. So try it out, lovereportcards.com. It's free to use. You don't have to share it with your partner. You can just do it on your own. And then while you're at it, grade yourself. Grade yourself.
Mhm.
How well are you performing in these areas? And you'll see where areas where you can start putting more effort, and that could shift everything. And once again, everything can shift just like that in a blink of an eye. So pump the brakes on breaking up and realize that you can't run from yourself. And it may not be as bad as you think it is. It might actually be a lot better, your relationship potential, than you think it is. Just needs a little more work.
I recommend that if you're going through this, to sit and journal about what you would really like your relationship to look like. And one of the reasons you want to journal it is your mind will give you thoughts that move you away from what you want consistently, because the mind is all about the threats. So when you have conversations and you're trying to communicate with your partner, a lot of times you're not even able to articulate what you want and need. So you go back into the complaining and you're not doing it, you're not doing it, you're not doing it. And after a while, people will just start to shut down and go into apathy if they feel like they can't communicate to you what they want and need. If you become defensive, go listen to our last episode about the ego. Ego shows up to protect you, but sometimes that protection is preventing your growth. And if your partner is saying, I want and need something from you, your response, your loving response could be like, I want to hear what you have to say, and let me see if I can help improve that for us. It's about us. I want you to be happy, but I also want me to be happy. And your happiness makes me happy. When we love each other, our happiness makes each other happy, right? So the key is to be able to clearly articulate what you want and need without making your partner feel like they're not good enough. And that's difficult, especially when the ego shows up and shuts that shit down and you never get to communicate what you want and need. So then your ego says, well, then leave. They don't have it. They can't give it to you. They're not going to give it to you. You can't get what you want. So go. But then you go on the search and you'll run into more people who have egos who are not going to listen to you. At least your partner, you have history with them, right? They've listened to you a little bit. You've had the experience of connection with them. It's just finding ways to reestablish that connection. And connection is established through feeling safe, feeling like you are in a safe space to say what you want and need without being judged for it. And you want to create connection before correction, right? You want to make your person feel loved. You want to make yourself feel loved, right? Like most of it is lack of self-love. I just need you to act the way I want you to act and pour into me so that I can feel good about myself. Hey, you're doing that for me. Okay, that's love. But the love has to start with yourself. I know I'm great. I know I'm lovable. I know I'm a great person. I just like to have this experience with you, and I'm not. So here's the experience that I'd like to have. And so if you can go into it from a place of wanting to improve and to understand what solutions can make you better, every challenge is about our own personal growth. It's not about the other person. It's about ourselves. That's the process. And so I think it's really important to give yourself time to work through that process. And if you are supposed to leave, if that is what is next in your journey, you will do it with a peaceful heart. I don't know how many listeners know this, but Anthony is my second husband. I had a whole nother one. And I didn't know these things in that first marriage. I didn't know how to work through the problems.
Thank God.
But I learned from that experience. But I honestly, I stayed an extra 4 years. I wanted to leave 4 years earlier, but I stayed those 4 years doing self-work. In those 4 years, I was learning about me. I was figuring out what I wanted. I was understanding why he couldn't give it to me, understanding what his limitations were. And I extended the opportunity to grow together. And my partner said, no, thank you. So after that point, my 4 years were up. I was like, okay, this person doesn't want to do the growth work. I want the growth. So I felt super at peace moving forward. I didn't have any regret. I didn't question myself. And I think that's the key. You want to be at peace no matter what your decision is moving forward.
And I did the exact same thing in my first marriage. And I wanted to be absolutely certain that that was the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So I pumped the brakes on a breakup, pumped my breakup brakes every day for many, many days for quite a few years. And eventually I got to the point where it was just like, you know what? I tried everything imaginable that I had available to me. And my partner was not willing to budge at all. And it was like, okay, I can stop pumping the brakes and hit the gas on that ass now. And I left. And never looked back because I had a clean conscience. And I'm glad I did. So here I am. Yeah,
Thank God.
There you go. Thank God. Yeah. That's right. That's right. So once again, guys, we can't force you to do it. At the end of the day, you're a grown-ass person.
Yeah.
The choice is yours. But for those that needed this message, that needed to hear it, hopefully it'll help you and make a difference. And here's the thing, too. I'm not saying this just as a sales pitch. If you're in this situation, guys, reach out to us.
Yeah.
We're great at helping couples get through stuff. Like this is what we do. This is our thing. It's our jam. And we would be more than honored to help you guys. Because once again, especially if you're married, your relationship is the most important investment you will ever make in life, and everything depends on it.
Yeah.
Your children, your finances, your future, your community, your families, your dreams, everything.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, treat it like it's the most important investment you'll ever make. Don't just walk away from it. So good job, baby.
Thank you, honey. Good job to you, too.
Right. I want to thank all you guys we love and appreciate all you guys, and thank you for supporting us and hanging out with us once again.
Yes. That's you. You said my line, so.
Oh, I was just throwing mine in there. I wasn't trying to go over your line. I was just from the heart. Oh, you can repeat it.
All right. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really love and appreciate you.
Oh, shit. It is. I wanted to say that. That was from the heart. I'll channel that. All right. Okay, go ahead. Say it again.
So I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really love and appreciate all of you.
Yes, we do. And if you guys haven't had a chance yet to get a copy of our book, our #1 bestseller, Crack the Code, Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After. Get your copy today, available at Amazon.com. And if you guys are interested in coaching with us because you're pumping your brakes and you want some advice or some tools,
some help,
then check us out at theamazingclarks.com. We can coach via Zoom, via phone, or sometimes even in person, depending on your location. If you guys are interested in becoming a life coach or just want some tools to life coach yourself or the people around you, check out our life coach training and certification course at the Law of Attraction LifeCoachAcademy.com.
And make sure you guys are connecting with us over Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Amazing Clarks. And remember, you guys, to go there, you got to grow there.
So there you go. We gave it to you. Now, what you going to do with it?
Love the Amazing Clarks.
See you next time.
See you next time.